I have so intense spring feelings today. It feels like life is returning because it's been sunny today. It was sunny yesterday and I believe it was sunny the day before as well. And I don't know, sunshine. Who invented sunshine? Give them the Nobel Prize in any category. I'm Alejandra and a lot of new people came from the last video, which is super cool and super nice. And I'm always very thankful for all the beautiful comments that I receive. Most of you seem to be like me and enjoy things that I enjoy. And it feels amazing to share that with people all around the world. So that's super cool. So thank you and welcome. Today we're going to talk about some favorites. And I actually received a comment on another video that I made about candles and what type of candles we buy here in Scandinavia. And let me just show you a very quick one. I have talked about this brand before. It's a Swedish brand. They are called Lilla Bruket. It's spelled LA Bruket. LA in Swedish is short for Lilla. So if you are in Sweden and you see road signs looking like this, it means something small. Lilla means small. They make amazing candles that smell amazing. They also make skincare, I think hair care, perfume. I have a perfume oil from them that I love. Everything smells very Scandinavian. For me, this is like smelling, I don't know, home. I was born in Stockholm. I now live in Copenhagen. Those are two different countries. So I don't know, there's something about this that always reminds me of Sweden. Maybe because it is a Swedish brand. But we're gonna talk about a lot of candles today. We're gonna talk about this amazing creator that I found on Instagram that is making these beautiful flower candles. So Studio Tegonen makes these amazing kind of chunky flower candles that I find super pretty. I am not 100% sure where they are based, but I think it's somewhere in Europe. And they use natural pigments to dye the wax. If you've seen my videos before, you have probably seen that I like to buy candles, and it's not that I'm a collector because I also like to use them. But I like having like candles in a different color. I like having candles in a fun shape, and these were very much up my alley. They are so fun and like childlike and I don't know, naive looking, and I think they are super cool. So give them a follow. They don't have many followers on Instagram, but I think a lot of you would appreciate them. So the third on my favorites list this time is this amazing little, I think it's a store and a workshop and a brand where you can buy these amazing beeswax sculptures and decorations and candles. It's called Björnlunda Arvet. They are located in Stockholm, I think in Aspudden in Stockholm. Björnlunda Arvet is run by one person who makes the candles and the sculptures, and I asked them and she said that they ship worldwide, and most things can be like shipped in one way or another, but obviously it's gonna be maybe tricky to ship those very beautiful sculptures. But look at these, and these are made from beeswax. Beeswax is a great wax to use when making candles. It also has this very nice soft scent that I like. If you've ever used like a beeswax cream for like dry lips or anything, you know what smell I mean. And I grew up with those kind of things. I grew up with like natural skincare products, and I mean from when I was a kid, and that scent is very like homey and comforting to me. Some of the candles are made with like petals from flowers. Some of them have this kind of wobbly shape, which reminds me of like when kids are a little chubby and are learning to walk. I think it looks like, I don't know, chubby toddler legs or something in a very cute way. I think they're beautiful, and I think if you want to support like a small creator, this is a great this is a great candle brand that I think you should support. Let's take a little tea break. I have tea here. This is also a favorite of mine. It's a teapot. This one is from Muji, but I mean, I'm not sure I support Muji as a brand. They make fantastic pens and notebooks, but I don't know if they are very sustainable. But this little teapot, I got it, I think, for my last birthday, and it's gonna be my birthday in 3 weeks. But I got this last year, I think, and it's the perfect size. It usually gives me like 2 cups, so if we're having tea, my husband and I, it's perfect for that. What I like about this teapot is that you put the leaves in the pot, and then because of the space that the leaves get in this pot, they can fully develop, and I feel like I need to use less tea and that it tastes better. Because usually if you use these little balls, it will get stuck in there. And then because it has this, what is it called? This thingy on top instead of down, it just filters away the leaves when I'm pouring. It also means that I have to be quick. This is also something I wanted to talk about. If you are ever in Varberg, it's a small town outside of Gothenburg. If you're ever there, I think you should go to Kullagården. It's my stepmom's sister-in-law who makes these beautiful ceramic cups, and her brand is called Kullagården, and it's also the name of the place, of the location. It can be tricky to find because it's kind of like a little bit in the middle of nowhere, but it's beautiful. There's also a cafe there where you can buy some nice baked goods and buy her things, because I also wanted to show you something else. She makes these cups, but she also makes other beautiful objects. I'm just gonna put this down and I'll show you. When I was there in, when was it? October? When I was there last time in Varberg, because my stepmom is from Varberg, I spent a lot of time there as a kid, so Varberg feels like the second city in Sweden that I know the best. These beautiful plates, she had 4 of these plates, but I bought one, or I actually got one as a Christmas gift from my stepmom. This is Swedish clay, and she said it's very hard to find, and I thought that was so cool, so of course I wanted this one. I think this is so beautiful, and it's cool to use materials that you can find locally. How beautiful isn't this bowl? I have it on my coffee table, and now I have some apples in it, and she also made this little plate. I believe that this little plate is made from the same clay. And you can see her little logo, Kullagården. The last candle brand for this video. I love candles, but this is the last recommendation I have. I haven't bought these. I don't have them at home. I've never seen them in reality. They are quite expensive, but they are very beautiful, and they have gotten some press in fancy fashion magazine. They are called Cera Fragrance, or Cera maybe, I don't know. It's an Italian brand, and they make these beautiful objects from ceramic that have this little fun shapes, and inside of them you'll find a scented candle. And I guess it's something that you would give to someone as maybe a wedding gift or something. As I said, it's quite expensive, and I haven't smelled them in reality, but from their website I feel that they probably know what they're doing, because I think it's so important when it comes to scented candles that they actually understand smells, because scented candles can be the worst thing ever. It can give you a headache, it can smell super intense, and very it can almost smell toxic, I shouldn't be breathing this. But a good scented candle can be amazing. It can lift the whole room, it can make you feel a certain way, it can make you feel calmer or more excited about things. I don't know, I love having a scented candle at home. Have I ever mentioned my friend Mandy Sade? I haven't met her in years. I haven't met her since last time I was in Sweden when I ran into her and she was there with her twins. And she is an artist. She paints beautiful, often flowers. She paints these beautiful patterns. She has worked as a print pattern designer. She was painting these beautiful things that were printed on clothes. She also sells posters, so you can have her beautiful art at home. And I felt that, I don't know, I told you I'm like spring vibing right now. That's a word. I'm spring vibing. And I feel that her art is a great spring vibing kind of art. These amazing lamps, I don't think I've ever talked about them before. They are made in Copenhagen. There's a small store on Jägersborgsgade in Nørrebro. If you've never been there, it's a very cute shopping street with a lot of like indie stores that make beautiful objects. And Flaco Designs, he makes this. Flaco in Spanish means a thin person in male form, and flaca. I've been called flaca a lot by family members. I think that's a thing like in Latin American culture, that you call people after what they look like. I think this was also a thing, or it is a thing in like working class environments, in like especially I'm thinking about like West Coast boat shipping kind of thing. I feel like people in Sweden are also called like one eye, or you know, those kind of things, but it's a very specific thing. Anyways, I've been called Flaca a lot. This brand is called Flaco, and I found them because I was scrolling on my phone and I found this influencer or content creator making beautiful fashion content, and she had this big amazing lamp in her ceiling behind her, and it was such a showstopper. So I was like really going through her Instagram to see what brand it was, and it was Flaco. Flaco's lamps are made by himself, Kasper Madsen, and he works from his workshop in Copenhagen, and there are different shapes, and I think they're beautiful, and I might buy a lamp and have a big like show-stopping piece in my bedroom ceiling as soon as I can afford it. I always ask for recommendations, and I think it's super fun to find small brands that are making something cool. It can be in any type of craft or any type of like art, but if you know someone who's making something fun and unique, please link their Instagram or send me a DM or something, because I think it's fun to find them and to share them. The only thing that I find important is that they are sustainable and they can be producing in Europe or in Scandinavia or actually wherever in the world, because I know that I have viewers from a lot of different places. I myself am located here in Scandinavia, but it's fun to see what is happening. This blanket brand, that sounds fun, blanket brand. This brand makes amazing blankets. They are made from wool, and they look super soft and light and warm. A small, tiny percentage of the material is polyamide. Is that how you pronounce it? And I actually asked them about it. I asked them because that's not a natural material, so I asked them why they use it, and they had a very good explanation to why. They explained to me that the mohair, I think it's called, from the wool can change its shape through the year, so they use this to kind of have the blanket stay in the same shape. I hope I'm explaining it correctly now. These are hand woven in Spain and they look amazing. They are also very expensive, so I understand that not everyone will be able to buy these, but I thought that they were so beautiful and I can really see them in my living room. So when I'm rich, I'm gonna buy a blanket from them. I also wanted to remind you that when you're buying from a small producer, they are often very happy to inform you about anything through the process of producing the products that they are selling. I think you should reach out and ask whatever questions you might have about the production line, because that will give you more information as a consumer to know if this is something you want to support or not. But they are also happy to see that people are interested and that people care about the things that they care about, because most small designers, most small brands and creators are happy to share whatever they are working with, because it's a craft and we like to talk about the things that we are passionate about. So I think you should do that. I hope you found some inspiration, and I look forward to seeing you soon again.